I know, moving to a new city can be exciting and scary all at the same time. So if you're thinking about moving to Austin, I've got 6 steps that are gonna help make your move super simple and take a lot of the stress out of it. And we're getting started right now. I'm Tiffany Moore. I'm a realtor right here in Austin, Texas. And if this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ding that little bell if you want to know everything there is to know about living, sleeping, working, eating, just loving your life in Austin, Texas. I put out new videos every week, so you want to make sure that you don't miss any of them. And I'm getting calls like almost every day from people that are thinking about moving or moving to Austin, Texas, and I absolutely love it. I love living here. I love helping people find their dream home. So if you're thinking about moving here, go ahead and send me a text, shoot me an email, give me a call, slide into my DMs, however you want to get in touch with me. I've got your back when you're moving to Austin. Moving to Austin doesn't have to be stressful, so let's jump into the 6 steps that you need to take to make your move super simple and take as much of the stress out of it as possible. First, just reach out to me. I love talking to people who are thinking about moving to Austin. I've got folks right now that I've been talking to for 6 months, 9 months, even more than a year. So I always tell people that the sooner you can reach out, the better, so we can start figuring out what you want and putting together a plan so we can just pull the trigger when the time is right. My husband Dave and I moved out to Austin just over 8 years ago, and while we had visited many times, we were pretty familiar with the neighborhoods. It would have been really helpful to talk to someone who lives here, who knows the neighborhoods, who knows what areas to avoid based on what our preferences are. Because we did a lot of research online, but having someone who is like boots on the ground, your eyes and ears, would have been so much easier and just made the process a lot simpler for us. So that's what my job is. I'm gonna make sure that when you do come here, you have your expectations set up, you know which neighborhoods to look at, and you can really just hit the ground running. So if you're thinking about moving, the first thing to do, even if you're moving like a year out, is get in touch with me so we can start putting together a plan right now. The first time we talk, I really like doing a Zoom call for a couple reasons. One, obviously I would prefer to meet with you in person, but the way that the world is right now, it's not always possible, and you might not be visiting Austin soon. But if you are, I would love to meet you for a coffee, for a beverage, for a walk around the park, just so we can get to know each other a little bit better and I can really find out what is the heartbeat behind your move. So in person, number one. If we can't do that, I love a Zoom call. Getting to see each other face to face just really helps me get to know you a little bit better, what you love, what's important to you. And then while we're on the call, I can share my screen with you and show you live the neighborhoods in Austin I think you'll like based on your preferences, your price range, how close do you want to be to the city, your commute from work, all that good stuff. So you can really break it down and see live and in person what the different areas are and the neighborhoods are that you're thinking about living in. People really like having that visual in front of them so they can see where everything is in location to each other when it comes to living in Austin or getting around the different suburbs and the different neighborhoods. It definitely helps make it more concrete and not so like overwhelming and nebulous. So I've definitely gotten positive feedback from that. So if you want to go ahead and set up a Zoom call, I have a link in the description and in the comments. It's a link to my calendar. Go ahead and pick the time that works best for you, and we can just start talking about your move to Austin, what it would look like, set some expectations, and kind of go through the process from there. My trusty fuzzy production assistant Elby is going to join us for the rest of the video because she just can't stay away. So the second step to moving to Austin is narrowing down your search. So when we talk, I want to find out what's important to you about this move. Like moving to a new city, it's a big deal. And I want to know why this is so important to you that you're willing to uproot your family, upend your routine and everything that you're used to move to Austin. And I'm talking about more than how many bedrooms do you want, how many bathrooms that you want. I really want to find out, why is this move important to you and your family right now? How is it going to change your life? How is it going to make things better for you? I really want to find out the heartbeat behind your move. And this is the most fulfilling part of my job. So if my job were just opening doors for people and sending you emails, it really wouldn't be that awesome. I probably wouldn't be doing it for very long. But the thing that I get the most out of my job is helping people be happy, live the life that they want, realize their dreams, because your home has such a big role in the life that you lead and how happy you are. So whatever I can do to make your life better, to help you realize your goals and your dreams, that's where I get fulfillment out of my job. So I want to know, how is this going to change your life and make your life even better? So the Austin Round Rock metro area is really big. There's like 2 million people living here. That's a lot of houses to pick from. But the good news is that we're not going to be looking at all those. Instead, once I find out what you want, where you're gonna work, how this move is going to change your life, what your goals are for getting into your new home, we're really going to be able to narrow your search down to a few zip codes, even a few neighborhoods beyond that. And then we're really going to find that instead of looking at hundreds of homes, we're really only looking at like 5 or 6 homes that are on the market at any given time that meet what you're looking for. So it really takes a lot of the overwhelm out of, okay, I'm moving to Austin, where in the hell do I go? We're really going to bring it down to a few houses that are going to be what you're looking for and meet the needs that are going to work for you and your family. So step number 3 is building out your custom home search. We have talked to each other, gotten to know each other. I know what's the heartbeat behind your move now. Now we're going to start looking at homes. So I'm going to send you homes that kind of meet the criteria that you're looking for, that are going to help you live the life that you want. And what I need from you is to look at them with a keen eye and tell me what you like and what you don't like. And I don't want you to worry about hurting my feelings or, not liking any of the homes that I'm sending you. That is totally fine. And that's why we're doing this. It's so that you can weed through everything online, so that when it's time to look at homes in person, we can narrow it down to those 5 or 6 homes that are really going to be what's perfect for you and your family. So the 4th step is setting up your trip to Austin. And whether this trip is, hey, we're just coming down here to check it out, look at the neighborhoods and get a feel for things, or it's a house hunting trip, we're coming down with our checkbook and we need to get a house before we leave. Either one of those, I am super excited to welcome you to Austin. And what we're going to do is set expectations for you so you know where we're going, what we're looking at. You're going to hit the ground running and you're going to feel like a local by the time that you get here. And I know that a lot of these trips are either tacked onto a work trip, maybe you're coming to meet the boss or your new coworkers or check out the office, or you might just be coming down for a visit with friends or just to check out the city. Either way, I know that you don't want to and don't have time to spend like 8 hours a day for 7 days in a row with me checking out houses in Austin. So for the time that you are available, I am here for you 100% to make sure that we pack as much information and as much value into your time as possible, so that we can either 1, make an offer on a house while you're here, or 2, when you go back home, if you're still looking at houses, you have a really good idea of the neighborhoods that you like, of the style that you're looking for, of things that you want to be close to or don't want to be close to, and you feel so much better about making an offer from a distance, that you're totally okay with that. And if you are going to be continuing your home search once you get back to wherever you live right now, I'm going to be your eyes and your ears and your nose on the ground in Austin. What I mean by that is, if you see a home that you're really interested in and you want me to check it out for you, we're going to get on a live FaceTime and I'm going to get out of the car and tell you what it sounds like, what it smells like, what it looks like, what do cars on the street look like. Everything that you need to know as if you were here in person, that's my job, is to relay all of that to you. So if we can get in a live FaceTime call, awesome. If you can't do it live and you need me to just record a video for you, I can totally do that too. But just want you to know that you don't have to find a home for the 3 or 4 days that you're in Austin. We can continue this search a little bit later on down the road if that's the timing that works for you. The 5th step in moving to Austin is getting your financing lined up. So if you're going to be borrowing money for any portion of your home purchase, you're going to want to get a pre-qualification letter from a lender that says you're qualified up to X amount for the purchase of a home. No seller is going to take your offer seriously if you don't have that letter. So the Austin market is so competitive and moving really fast right now that if we go and look at a home, you love it, we write an offer, and then we have to wait to get your pre-qualification letter in, you might lose that house. A lot of houses are receiving multiple offers and the sellers are putting a deadline for when they're accepting offers. And if we don't have that letter in, it doesn't even make sense to put in an offer because you're 100% not going to get it. So getting that pre-qualification letter in before we even look at homes to buy is super important. And just as a side note, I always recommend that you use a local lender for your home mortgage versus a big bank like Wells Fargo or Bank of America. I've had experiences with both, and I can tell you, by and large, you need to use a local lender. Sellers know the local lenders, the listing agents know the local lenders. These people have personal reputations within the community. Their work speaks for itself. We know the folks who communicate well, who are timely in their closings, and who just do an overall good job making sure everything runs smoothly. I have not had that experience with any of the big banks that have been financing a transaction that I'm on, whether it's on the buying side or the selling side. So something else to keep in mind is that I mentioned how competitive the Austin market is. Listing agents are going to compare every single aspect of your offer. So if your offer is the same as someone else's and you've got your lending through a local lender who's got a really good reputation in the city, that's going to give you an edge over someone who is getting financing from a Bank of America. Something else to note is a lot of these negotiations take place on the weekends, after hours. I have never experienced a big bank calling me back, returning my texts or my emails at 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday when I'm trying to negotiate for you. But the local lenders that we work with, they know how crazy and competitive the market is, and they are on the spot helping me out when I need to finalize some details or answer some last minute questions to get your offer approved. So if you need a referral for a local lender, I've got a handful of people that I love working with. I'm happy to share that with you. But just so you know, kind of wherever you buy a home, whether it's Austin or somewhere else, you need to go with a local lender versus a big bank. And the sixth step of moving to Austin is me guiding you through the entire process. So my job is to keep the lines of communication open, to make sure we set clear expectations, to help you kind of make the best decision for you and your family based on what you've shared with me, based on what you've told me that your dreams are, what you're looking for, and to help you not get wrapped up in like shiny object syndrome and really focus on what it is you want, what's the heartbeat behind this move, and making sure that we realize your dreams. I work really closely with all of the other parties that are involved in your home purchase, like your lender, the title company, the inspector, repair people, like everyone involved. I am the center of this wheel, and I have all these spokes going out and making sure that just everything runs smoothly. There is a lot going on when you're moving to a new city, and I know that buying your home is not the only thing that you have to worry about, nor do you want to think about this 24 hours a day before your move. So my job is to take that stress off of your plate and put it onto my shoulders so you can get back to thinking about, switching schools for your kids, packing up the house, saying goodbye to your friends, getting new doctors, getting your car registration set up, all the other stuff. Let me handle all the details for the purchase of this new home, and you can get back to everything else in your life that needs to be taken care of for your move. And if you own a home where you're at right now and you need to sell it, I have an awesome referral network. I know folks all around the country. So if you need a referral for a really good agent that's going to take care of you like I am, just let me know and I'm happy to send you some names of some awesome people. I want to give you all the resources you need to make this move as simple and stress-free as possible. So in order for me to do that, you just got to start with step number 1, which is reach out to me. I love helping people move to Austin, realize their dreams, and make their life even better. So if that's something that you're thinking about, go ahead and send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call, slide into my DMs, however you want to get in touch with me. I've got your back when you're moving to Austin. So you can just start seeing a bunch of other videos pop up here. Go ahead and click on those, start watching them so you can find out how much does it cost to live in Austin? What are the awesome neighborhoods? What are the steps to buying a home in Austin? Everything that you need to know about living here, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.